This is the plaintiff, Vicky Stortz. She says the defendant stole her truck, owes her back rent, and is nothing more than a low-down, dirty criminal. Just goes to show if you try to help someone who's down on their luck, it's going to backfire on you and land you right here in a courtroom. She's suing the defendant for $1,260, the amount she's owed and expects to recover today. This is the defendant, Erin Musgrave. She says the plaintiff needs to get her head examined because the woman's crazy. The plaintiff threatened her life, has guns in her house, and knows how to use them. As far as her lawsuit goes, she paid the plaintiff for the truck, owes her no rent, and is pretty sure things will go her way in court today, and the plaintiff will go home a loser. She's accused of being a thief.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Vicky Stortz?
Yes.
You are suing Erin Musgrave for $1,260 that you say she owes you for various items during the time that you were helping her get her start and has not paid to you. How did you two meet?
A friend of mine called me the beginning of January and said that her niece was living with her, but her girlfriend didn't like her, so she needed someplace to live.
Okay.
So I told her she could move in. Kelly was to pay the rent.
Okay. Who's Kelly, the aunt?
Kelly is the aunt.
Kelly is your aunt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you were living with Kelly?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then how did you learn that you were going to be living with Vicky?
I was dropped on her doorstep.
Dropped on her doorstep like a baby in a basket.
I went home for Christmas. I had moved in with my aunt December 8th.
How old are you?
I will be 20 in a few days.
Okay.
I was December 8th of last year. I had moved in with my aunt down to Columbus. I had lived with her for 2 weeks, went home for 2 weeks for Christmas, and when I was on my way back to Columbus, literally driving home, my aunt goes, "Well, you're no longer living with us. I moved your stuff and you're staying with a friend of mine."
But why doesn't your aunt just tell you, you can't live with us, you need to find another place, and then you just find your own place like a grown-up?
I didn't have a job at the time. I didn't ask questions. She's not
Really?
one to bargain with, so I just I mind my P's
But you
and
could have
Q's.
left. You didn't have to stay with her, obviously, so you just felt like you had no other choice.
I had nowhere else to go.
Right. Well, you could have got back home where you stayed for 2 weeks?
I stayed with my dad and friends, but I'm not allowed to live with either of my parents. I made the decision to be an adult, so they said, "You want to be an adult, then we're going to make you be an adult. You're not allowed to come back."
So they won't let you come back home? And what are they referring to when they say you made a decision to be an adult?
That I told them when I was 18 I was moving out of the house and I didn't want to come back. I wanted to prove that I could be an adult and take care of myself. And
how's that going for you? All right. Hey, listen, everybody struggles at the beginning. All right. So you decide to accept the arrangement and you're going to be living with Miss Stortz.
When I read the paper that Vicky had set up, it was just for January. And
how long did you live there?
4 or 5 months, I think.
You don't remember?
I moved out in, I think, the end of April.
Where have you been living since the end of April?
Friends' couches.
All right. Now, she lived there how long?
From January 8th to May 5th.
All right. And according to you, she racked up some bills to you. Tell me what those are.
February's rent, March rent, April rent.
Why are they different amounts?
Because after the first month, I decided to give her a break because she wasn't making that much money. So it went from $350 to $300 for the last 2 months.
Okay.
She stole $40 from me.
How do you know?
Because she fessed up to it.
Did you take $40 from her?
I took 20 of it. I paid her the 40.
And her friend.
Wait, you took 20 and your friend took 20?
I knew I took 20. And
Did your friend take 20? So there's $40 missing. Did you have a friend there when you took the $20 in quarters?
I had her.
Why'd you take $20 from her?
To get cigarettes, and I spent it strictly on cigarettes, nothing else.
Strictly on cigarettes.
Sounds bad.
Yeah, does it? You think? All right, so go on.
She borrowed my truck and wrecked it, so I told her if you borrow it and wreck it, you buy it. $700.
What did she borrow your truck for?
To go visit her family.
And how did she wreck your truck?
I wasn't there.
What'd she tell you, though?
She rear-ended somebody.
Okay. And was she visiting her parents at the time?
No, I believe she went on a booty call.
You believe she went on a booty call. She loaned you the car to do what?
She loaned me the truck to go home to see my family. She gave me strictly 200 miles. And which I can see her point why she got upset. I went to see my boyfriend at the time.
This is the person who you stole 20 bucks from? The person who's loaning you the truck so that you can go home at all?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand that everyone else doesn't have to pay for you?
I do. I do understand
You sure
that.
you do?
Yes, I do.
Like all those people who let you stay on their couch? It's like probably not such a good idea because you're growing accustomed to the idea that other people need to support you.
No, I'm not accustomed to that idea.
Are you working?
I'm trying to get a job.
Since when?
Since May. Is
Target hiring where you are?
We don't have a Target.
Okay. Is the supermarket hiring?
I'm trying to get a factory job.
Seriously, you haven't been able to get any jobs since May? Nothing?
I just have to wait to get a call back, and a lot of factories are going through contract stuff right now.
So what happened to you then? You take the car and then you rear-ended somebody?
I was driving to see my boyfriend, not for a booty call. I hadn't seen him in 6 months. I went home to see him, and I was driving down, and I was going down a hill, and I went to stop, and the brakes locked up, and I ran straight into the back of another vehicle.
Okay, and then she tells you, hey, you crashed it, you bought it. Is the thing drivable or no?
It's drivable now.
Okay, so it's drivable now. So you've put some money into it and you've restored it or whatever?
She put money into it, and I paid her back for the parts.
Okay, and then what? And then she ate the labor?
I did the labor.
She's suing you for the labor?
No, I did it.
All right, so then you discuss with her that you're going to buy the truck, correct?
No.
No, tell me what happens there.
She's
Because I see a promissory note that you signed, so I'm trying to understand.
that no, I signed under my, I was threatened for my life. Like, I was scared for my life. That's why I signed it, because I didn't want to have a shotgun put in my face.
What makes you think that she was going to put a shotgun in your face?
People have said that she's put one in a cop's face, and she
Put a
has.
shotgun in a cop's face? And she lives to tell about it? Did you put a shotgun in a cop's face? No. Okay, go on.
I signed it, and
Well, what happened though? You're living there, and even after the car crash, she doesn't throw you out or say I'm sick of you or anything
No,
else.
but she did. She got drunk and said that you're lucky I don't bury you or somebody can't find you. There was people, her family was there when they said it, and they're not going to vouch for me because they're her family. But she said it. She has threatened my life before, and I just.
So tell me how you decide that you're going to move out.
I told her that because we were arguing, and I told her I wasn't going to deal with it, and if it worst came to worst, I was going to leave, and she just told me to get that out. So I got out.
Is that the night that you signed the document?
I think it was like 2 days later when she was taking me to work, or the day after.
She was taking you to work?
I wasn't allowed to drive my truck because my tags weren't registered to it.
Okay. So she takes you to work, and what happens?
I go to work, I come back.
I mean, did you guys make up? Like, how do you say, hey, pick me up? Like, how does that even happen?
No, I slept outside in my truck.
Okay.
And then she left for the weekend, and I drove my truck and slept out in front of my work for a week and a half.
Oh, that's got to have impressed the boss.
Yeah.
Where were you working at that time?
Long John Silver's A&W.
And then what happened?
A friend at work finally got tired of it, and she let me stay at her house.
She got tired of you living in your truck in her presence, and she let you live in her house. Were you paying rent there?
I gave her money when I could for
Okay, but you didn't get fired from Long John Silver for living in your truck?
No.
Okay, and so what happened to that job?
May 23rd was my last day that I worked. I started getting really bad pains in my right side, and June 8th,
From flipping fish?
No, from appendicitis.
From what? Appendicitis. Okay.
So I had to have emergency surgery. I was on a work release, and I went into work, and they told me that I can either quit or get a work release, but I wouldn't have many hours. So I decided that I was going to call my mom. If they were only going to give me 2 days out of the week, that's not much to pay my rent on. So I talked to my mom, and she said, well, if you can find somewhere to stay up here, that's just great. Like, we would love to have you back home, but you're not allowed to stay here.
Why won't your mom just let you come back? I'm curious.
My mom's health. My mom is struggling off and on with cancer and other health issues.
Sorry to hear that.
So,
why won't your dad?
I physically fight with my dad.
Okay.
My dad used to beat the crap out of me when I was a kid, and now that I'm older and withhold my own, it gets pretty bad. Okay. And I've been in handcuffs outside my own dad's house.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do? Like, with life?
Yeah.
What
do you want to do?
Hopefully go to school to be an auto and diesel tech.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you going to do it?
Hopefully, if I can get this job on the 16th, then I can save money and go to school by next fall.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. If somebody stole 20 bucks from you and they lived with you and had all sorts of excuses, would an excuse matter or would you kick them out?
I would definitely kick them out. I wouldn't, excuses don't fly in my book. I think
They needed the money.
Give them the boot. Don't steal from me, ever.
They needed the money bad.
It's all about trust.
Fair enough. And it could be $1, right? Yes. Got your point? Going inside the courtroom.
She says that on the night that you were leaving, you signed a promissory note. Let me see the promissory note. And that in it, you admit that you owe her $1,070.
She signed that
point.
with the deputy there, so I wasn't threatening her.
That you owe her rent for February, rent for March, rent for April, that you acknowledge that you stole 40 bucks and that you owe her 50 bucks for cigarettes, 700 for the truck, 50 for the radiator, 70 for title and registration, and 30 bucks she fronted you for gas. So that comes to $1,890. The plaintiff in her complaint admits you've paid back $820, so that's $1,070 remaining, and that you signed this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and she says that you did that in front of a deputy. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. Was a deputy there?
No.
Okay. Did deputy get there later?
It was a completely different day.
Okay.
The day that I signed that was the day she was
Did she have a
taking me to
shotgun
work.
to your head?
No.
See, if you sign this, that's really good evidence that you owe it. When I have two people saying two different things, and then I have you signing a promissory note saying you owe it, that's like really bad for you, unless you can prove to me that I should rip this up because it was signed under duress. And so I'm trying to explore your duress defense of how it was signed.
She's made numerous comments before that, like after I took the money, which regardless, it was wrong of me to take the money, but I thought, couple points, brownie points, because I confessed.
Why did the lawsuit go from 1070, which it was until minutes ago before I walked in, and get amended to 1260?
Because I deducted 300 twice. If you look on the side that says Aaron, she paid me 60, 200, then 300.
Yeah, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you want me to turn around and look at her and say, hey, you signed this, so this is proof that this is what you owe, why would this not be proof that only this is what she owes? Why would it be more?
Well, I have the dates and the amount she paid me.
Right. You have your word against hers, and this writing, which you want me to absolutely hold her feet to the fire on, you don't want to be held on. I got it. All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. If it's good enough for you guys, it's good enough for me. And I think, Ms. Musgrave, a couple things. I'm not going to get all preachy on you and tell you how to live your life, because I did not live your life. I was not in your position. I wasn't desperately trying at 18 to be on my own. It's hard.
It is.
There are social services out there for people in your position. I don't know whether you have attempted to avail yourself of those social services or haven't. Are you able to now avail yourself of things that you weren't able to avail yourself of?
I have to get a job first. I have to prove that I can have at least somewhat of a stable income to get like food stamps or stuff like that, or have help with a housing situation.
Right.
They want me to show proof that after they're done helping me out, if they help me out so much, I can help myself.
Which means that you have to get that first step to get a job.
And that's
any
what
job.
I'm doing.
And I don't know how hard you've been trying. I hope you've been trying as hard as you say you are, and I hope that the 16th this just comes through for you. Okay? But you sound like you are really very much on your own. And if you're on your own, you're on your own. It doesn't sound to me like you have a lot of people that you can count on, other than the people who own those couches who keep letting you stay there. All right? Those are good friends of yours, but they're going to get tired of you too. So you're just going to have to spend the couple of months that you're going to need to spend to get yourself on your feet so that things start to work for you. And I wish you luck in that regard. But in the meantime, it's no way to start your life to turn around and say, yeah, I signed that, but I don't know it because I changed my mind. You see how the government, before they invest money in you, helping you with your rent and your food and everything else, would like to see that you are on the right path? Okay. That's part of being on the right path. You may dislike her, and you may feel like, she was abusive and not fun to live with and took advantage of your weak situation or whatever you want to think. But in the end of the day, you lived there for several months, and you were supposed to be paying rent, and you owe her some money, and it's not an impressive way to start your life to turn around and say, even though I agree to this and agree to that and agree to that, let me slide because I changed my mind because she's just, whatever. That's not how life works. Toma chocolate, paga lo que debe. Order up the hot chocolate, pay the bill for the hot chocolate. $1,070 verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck. I really, really, really wish you luck.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff got almost everything she sued for in that case, so come on in here. What's your reaction to that verdict?
Expected.
You expected to lose all that?
I signed the document. There's not much I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Odds were against me, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was there for you when you needed somebody, right? You give her credit for that?
Sure.
And what, she turned on you, or why would she have to sue you?
I didn't pay her what she wanted.
All right, okay. So what are you doing to get your life back on track and get it going?
Getting a job and try to go to school is what I can do for now.
All right, you see that happening?
I do.
All right.
16th comes around pretty soon, so.
Okay. All right, good luck. All right, head right around the corner here. All right, so come on in here. You satisfied how this thing works out?
I'm very satisfied.
Yeah. You think she tried to take advantage of you?
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
She moved in. She said she'd pay me the money. She wrecked my truck, said she'd pay for it, and then all of a sudden it's...
I know, but her circumstances, her situation, you don't have the
but,
sympathy for that?
No.
No, why not?
No, because she brought it upon herself.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, you know, when the judge said that you can only undo a promissory note if you can prove duress, duress is something very, very extreme, literally like holding a gun to your head to sign the note. If you can't rise to that level of duress, it's probably not going to cut it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.